Despite the massive security and the thought of millions of people converging on this location, it didn't keep anyone away. Everywhere you looked, there were thousands of stories that told of the determination to be here for this historic event. In Centre County, police patrol the streets for drunken drivers. On average, 15 people driving under the influence could see the inside of this vehicle. But that's not the only thing Twitter is being used for. News networks like CNN and NBC are using their Twitter accounts to update their followers about news and information. It may look like one line down there, but up here, the line splits into two for the two separate precincts here at the church.
More than 1 million people walking and walking, some for miles through downtown streets, all for one purpose.
We're here because of Obama.
There were frigid temperatures, security blockades, and sharpshooters on rooftops. The congestion was so bad it delayed emergency personnel from helping a person who collapsed. People journeyed here from across America, then walked for miles to get to this national mall, just to be there, just to see Barack Obama taking the oath of office on a huge screen.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Despite the massive security and the thought of millions of people converging on this location, it didn't keep anyone away. Everywhere you looked, there were thousands of stories that told of the determination to be here for this historic event.
Community college employee Doris Arrington and her husband Edward journeyed here from Connecticut.
It's just been a very commendable effort by everyone to get here that shows not only their faith and support of the new administration coming into place, but their faith and belief in the good of this country.
2 Navy officers from Annapolis are among the thousands making this pilgrimage. Dan was injured in the line of duty, but there was nothing that could keep him away today.
It's exciting to be here now and to be particularly here in D.C. to be a part of going forward. So like I said, I think as much as anybody, I'm excited to say I was here on day one.
With nearly 2 million here, it's the largest inauguration in history. And despite the massive turnout, D.C. Metro Police reports no arrests, no major injuries or incidents. Everyone was here to witness history, and most of all, to share the emotion with others who felt the same. For Com Media, I'm Chuck Pierce. The newspaper industry is struggling, but are Centre County's papers in the gutter? The answer might surprise you.
Voices is actually doing surprisingly well.
Voices, a monthly paper in Centre County, has seen a 15% increase in their readership. They're even hiring their first paid employee after 15 years of having volunteer staff. The independent nature to Voices adds to its success.
It's very simple with a little local volunteer-run newspaper than it is with a large daily corporate-owned newspaper, which has so many other stakeholders.
On the other hand, the Centre Daily Times has had some difficulty. Although the readership is up, the daily paper has had to make some cuts in wire stories and comics due to costs.
Little things like that add up at a time like this, and we'll do that to keep the newspaper healthy and keep the price, without raising prices.
But these cuts have made way for other features.
We trim and I write columns and tell people what we're doing is we're becoming more of a local paper for the local community with the news.
The Centre Daily Times is in no way in danger of bankruptcy, but these trims are keeping them afloat. Susan Aram agrees that keeping things local is the plan for success.
People are coming back to that sense of neighborliness, that sense of community. After the early 2000s of expanding, into globalization and all these global networks, the internet, it can be a little intimidating.
For Centre County Report, I'm Chuck Pierce. Being able to know what everyone is doing at all times. That's what the popular networking site Twitter is allowing its users to do. People can open accounts and instantly update what they are doing, either through a computer or phone.
People love reading just your statuses and see what you're up to, and with Twitter you can do just that, like just show people what you're doing, or something happened or something's going on, you can let them know.
The site allows friends to be connected at all times. There are even some faces on Twitter that might be familiar.
A lot of my friends do have it, so I follow them, see what they're doing, and then a lot of celebrities have it too, and it's cool to see what they're up to.
But that's not the only thing Twitter is being used for. News networks like CNN and NBC are using their Twitter accounts to update their followers about news and information.
More and more people seem to be using it. It's another way to get our news out, so we decided to give it a go.
Penn State Live, a news outlet for the Penn State University, now uses Twitter to bring news information to everyone as fast as possible. Their news feed is connected directly to Twitter to allow anyone to see updates about Penn State news.
The Public Information Office, we know that there is no one best way to reach everybody, and so we look for all the different ways that people receive their information and try to tap into those resources to get our stories out.
Kaleda likes the idea of Penn State Live's Twitter and decided to follow them to get the updates. She agrees that Twitter is changing the way we get information.
It's going to make news a lot more immediate. Instead of waiting to see it at the 6 o'clock show on TV or reading it in a newspaper the next day, or even waiting for them to post the full story online on their websites, you'll be able to see what's happening right away.
For the Centre County Report, I'm Chuck Pierce. Video games have become a commonplace in many households in Centre County, but your favorite hobby might be more harmful than you think. April showers bring May flowers, but what do April snow showers bring? For more information on Pride Week and the Penn State LGBTA, go to their website at www.sa.psu.edu/LGBT.